Oh, well, it's a lovely day, and I'm out running errands at the moment. But we do have a bit of a mission today, a bit of a task. We've got to go and rescue something, something that's been in storage for a little while. It needs a bit of tender loving care. I can't exactly call it a barn find, but because it wasn't really lost, and it's not in a barn, it's in a garage, but it is that kind of thing. It's going to need a little bit of work and a little bit of sorting out, but I did give it a kick over the other day, and it did bark, so we're not on to a bad start. I've got a few bits and pieces to sort out, but other than that, we're going to take a trip there now and see what we can find. See if we can get it up the workshop at some point. Yeah, we're going to have a look.
It's one of these. What's this one? Ooh, that looks good. We'll ignore that. That's a whole other can of Austin Healy worms. So, hello. Hang on. Oh, come on, girl. She has seen a little bit of she suffered a bit from not being used, and she was used pretty extensively when she was but I'll make a few decisions on how far to go to put this straight, but we need to get it to run and deal with a few bits and pieces. Yeah, we got a problem there, haven't we? I think you did. Yeah, that shouldn't be there. Ha! I see what you did. Right, I'll worry about you in a bit. Oh Jesus, only just though. Oh, I don't fit at all. Okay, that's perfectly safe.
So, no tax, no insurance, no MOT. Whilst I don't think that the bike is in any way, shape or form incapable or dangerous, it is actually, mechanically pretty good. It's not what you should do. It's not what most YouTubers do, and it's not what we're going to do. So I think we're going to have to use something a little bit different.
Hello. Hang on, let me turn this off. Right. I need a favour.
Obviously, wouldn't have rung otherwise.
I'm not talking. I don't need to lend any money. Right. I need you to move something for me.
Ah, I'm not doing that again. No.
No, it's not. No, you know what it is. You know exactly what it is.
After last time, no.
Look, okay, I am sorry about the elephant and the goat, definitely. Yeah, let's face it, no one really saw that coming, did they?
Well, no, I suppose not. No.
Right, so you can shift this, can you? Well, now would be a good idea.
Yeah, I think I can manage it.
You sure? Right, well, do us a favour, get it done, because I...
All right. So he's at the house now, is he? Right. Okay. All right. Well, I'll make a call and sort it out. All right. All right. He's got a lovely beard, though. Right. Is I'm gonna get that. All right. I can do this. No problem. I hope that don't end up where it's not supposed to. I mean, the goat, man, that really didn't go where it was supposed to. This is a 1987 Armstrong MT500, ex-British Army. I believe Royal Engineers, can't remember the name of the regiment, the number of the regiment, but demobbed, 1987, demobbed in 1996. Came into relative ownership about 2014. It had a full nut and bolt component, nut and bolt and everything. It's done a couple of thousand miles since then. Was used in regular use up until about 3 years ago, and it's been stood ever since. At least it's not leaking oil like it was. It seems to have miraculously stopped. Obviously, with it being a British bike, you know, it likes to max territory wherever it goes, but yeah. Anyway, let's get you in for a closer look. So what we got is it's an like I said, it's an interesting way. It's pretty old school, this, in that, you know, you've got to decompress to start. It's a kick first. First of all, let's get the elephant out of the way, right? So what happens is if you stall at a set traffic lights or something like that, you've had it, right? Because this thing is full on. Yeah, and being a 500, it's 500cc or 480 something or other, single, which means that it's got a little bit of kickback on it. It's not a your usual sort of, you know. Anyway, so you have got, and I'll be honest with you, it takes a bit of work, this. Now, I have been working on my technique, and I can just about kick it over my left now, which means that you don't have to get off the bike, or I might not have to get off the bike if I stall it to start. Anyway, but what you've got to do is you've got to decompress the cylinder, kick it round until you get top dead centre, release the decompressor, and it should back off. It's not always that simple, but I'm starting to get the... yeah, she's starting to get there. It does have a slightly modified front end. This is the front end off the slightly newer, or the American version of it, the MT350 or the Harley Davidson, because they bought the rights to this. Oil and frame, Rotax. I think it's over. I don't know, but it's an interesting engine. It's magnesium alloy, which is why there's no paint left on it. Full stainless system on it. Interesting stuff going on with the battery at the moment. Anyway, this is benefits from a set of uprated all-in shock absorbers. As you can see, yeah, this should be black. So we've had got an interesting thing going on here with this. Not sure what to do with this yet. We've got a few wiring issues and a few cosmetic issues as well. I think this is where it's chipped and worn, because like I said, it was done completely 2014. However, if I remember rightly, the frame wasn't treated, it was just red lead primed. But after I've given it a bit of a clean, it's actually turned out to be slightly better condition than I thought it would be, and it's yeah, it's not looking too bad actually. This one is, I'm going to dub it Stretch Armstrong, because why not? Not sure if it's copyrighted or anything else, but that's what I'm calling the bike. So Project Stretch. Yeah. First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a full inspection of certain aspects of it. So we've got to take some of the seat, tank, that type of thing off, clean. We've got to check some of the wiring out. So what we'll do here is primarily aiming towards MOT, right, is wiring, specifically rear light and the horn isn't working. Okay. So we need to kind of get into that and make sure all of that's working after we've then from a mechanical perspective, and I'm not necessarily doing this in a specific order, but from a mechanical perspective, it's a little bit funny on shifting into neutral, and some of the shifts are a little on the stiff side. There could be many reasons for this. However, what I'm going to do is a clutch inspection. 8 plates, metal, clutch, etc. Wet bath. So we've got to drain the oil. I've got a gasket set. I've got a whole lot. So should we put clutch inspection? 3 oil service. Might just need an oil change. It has been stud. There is something around the clutch basket and grooves, and you can file them, and it's all in the manual. The manual's hilarious, by the way. It is so good. I'll put a picture of what it's. If you have trouble starting the bike and you use the troubleshooting guide, this is how good it is. For more information, please reread. Anyway, oil service. I'm not massively happy with the front brakes, now this could mean new pads, new seals, the lot. I don't know yet. The disc is more worn than I'd like. That is not the original front end of the bike, so the forks, the disc, and a few other bits and pieces are off the MT500. Apparently it's a lot better. I'll be honest with you, if that's better, I don't want to know what the original drum is like. 5. cosmetics. The pot, it's a magnesium pot, and the paint has had a few issues. I think from when it was last done, it wasn't cleaned properly, and as a result, there was all manner of things. So we've got to have a look at that and see what we can do. What I'm really likely to do is clean, make sure that any current patches of corrosion are covered, sorted, maybe tidied up. I found some paint, you know, tartan. Maybe have a few bits, you know, have a clean up the handlebars. Oh, they are dreadful. They got to come off. They got to be done. They got to be sorted. But that's easy. The engine is a little bit more. And what I'm likely to do is touch up where I can touch it up. And when I do, because I have got a new timing belt for it, I'm going to check the. I'm going to inspect the timing belt that's on it. And if there's any concerns around that, then I will change it. Other than that, I will do a whole refresh on the end, because if it, the other thing is I noticed it is giving a bit of smoke. I don't know whether that's as a result of it being stood or whatever. We'll find out after we put a few miles on it. If that's the case and it does need new rings, for instance, not the end of the world with this, but I'll do it all in one go, so it would be daft to sort of like, you know. So yeah, the exhaust have got to come. Oh, exhaust, okay. Cosmetics, so plastics. Exhaust, because that's got to be repainted. I've got new carbon washers and everything else and all that for it. We've got casings, engine, bars. Really? And we're going to leave that there for now, because that there this is the MOT list. This isn't. Anyway, I've probably bored the living crap out of everyone now. So, it's alright, that.